If you buy any of these 5 things from any dealership in the country, including my own, you're getting scammed. Dealerships love to focus and show you everything in the world that they can get you to buy because they want to make more profit than just the car sale and finance reserve. In the last couple of years, dealerships have been tacking on extras and getting you to say yes to some of the most craziest items in the world. And these 5 things are the top 5 things you say yes to that you should not. Let's start with these guys right here. These things are absolutely expensive when it comes to purchasing a car. If you lose one, I've seen keys cost $500 and $600, but the most common key out there, the Chevys, the Hondas, the Toyotas, the Acuras, they're only about $200, but dealerships love to sell you a key fob replacement policy that has a lot of limitations to it and it has a waiting period. Listen, I buy a lot of keys. I get it. If you want to see my key bill here for the car dealership, we're talking over $10,000 in 1 year just in cutting extra keys. But that's why I have a solution that'll help you, and that would be Tom's Keys. If you do need a key, there's a link in the description that you can get this key cut by mail. They will send you your key and a controller to program it to and save you a ton of money at the car dealership or a locksmith. Therefore, you do not need to buy key fob replacement. This is an absolute scam. I'm not a big fan of it, never have been a big fan of it. And the reason why is because a lot of these companies have limitations on how much you can spend with them per year or per incident. So these things can be really cheap. This one cost me right here like $70 compared to over $200 at the dealership. That's the savings you don't need to spend. Don't buy key fob replacement. Number 2 involves every single car owner in the world, and that has to do with the tires and rims that you have on your vehicle. In the event you're a big dumb idiot like me and you accidentally curb something or you run over something in the road that pops a tire, dealerships will sell you on the idea that, hey, listen, we can save you some time, money, and effort by having the tire and wheel package, so stuff like this can get fixed very easily at no cost out of pocket to you. Where tires on a Tesla Model X are pretty expensive, the most common vehicle, even when it comes to like a Silverado or your everyday SUV or car, they're not that expensive when you go to a tire discounters or discount tire. I've seen dealerships charging all the way up to $2,000 for a tire and wheel package that maybe includes also the dent and ding package as well. But traditionally speaking, I see $699 and $799. That's a lot of tires and dents and dings. If you have a rim that does get scratched like the one I just showed you, typically speaking, there's somebody in your town, especially close by, that can do it for a fraction of the cost. Best thing to do is actually call the dealership and say, hey, listen, who do you guys use for alloy wheel repair? You'll find them all over the country, and it's going to save you a ton of money with not having to do it for the dealers, because you're looking at maybe $150 to repair a wheel scratch like I just mentioned. And to be honest with you, the amount of flat tires that I've gotten in my life, it's one, I wouldn't risk going out and getting a tire and wheel package to help myself get a tire repaired, because it's a huge risk that it may never happen and you're just burning money. Number 3 is probably the most infamous one at the car dealership, and that is a paint protection. I can rest assured, as an owner of a detail shop and certified to install ceramic coatings with several different ceramic coatings out there, the stuff that you get at the dealership, it's absolutely worthless. Ceramic coating names out there is a big trigger word for so many people out there, and dealerships are definitely using what's called ceramic coating out there. This is a dealership quality ceramic coating. You see how watery and liquidy that is? This is a professional grade ceramic coating that is solvent based. This particular one's a 3-year solvent based ceramic coating. You'd be lucky to get 6 months out of this. Now, we're not talking a huge difference between this and this as far as protection in your car. The biggest issue is how this stuff is applied. A dealership is traditionally going to be able to wash your car, apply this in less than 4 hours. This usually takes about 2 days to prep your car correctly in order to apply. So biggest reason why not to let a dealership do paint protection in your car is they're using inferior products and they do not prep your vehicle correctly. This sometimes can cost $600 and $700, and I've seen Mercedes-Benz and Porsche for this exact same product that a Chevy dealership would sell this for $699 for, sell it for $1899. So it all depends on where you go and how much this stuff will cost, but do not buy paint protection at a dealership Only buy it from a certified ceramic coating installer from a detail shop that's not associated with the car dealership. Number 4, I'm telling you, the car dealership employees are going to comment on this one. I promise you they're going to say it, and that would be theft protection. Don't buy theft protection from any type of dealership. This is data dots, VIN etching, glass, whatever they want to call it. It's all crap. Every single bit of it. And they will sell this to you and say,
oh, listen, if your car gets stolen, that these products are, that it's associated with, those are the most highly sought after stolen parts. And if they do steal, they're not going to be valuable in the black market.
A thief is not going to not sell a stolen part because it's got some sort of security etching on it. Also, they'll tell you that, hey, listen, if it gets stolen, we'll give you $2,500, we'll give you $5,000. It's an insurance policy is what this is in the event that your car gets stolen. It's an absolute joke. It's an absolute crap. And here's what's going to happen. Down in the comment section, you're going to see a car salesman say, well, I had a customer that actually made claim of this. That's awesome. I'm sure you have. But your dealership sells hundreds of vehicles per month. You've been at the dealership, what? 3 or 4 years? How many customers have you sold in 3 or 4 years? Thousands. Name me 10 customers out of the thousands that you sold that have had a vehicle claim on this. I bet you can't. You've only got one because that's what your sales manager has told you to say, and that's how they've taught you how to pitch it to your customer, so that way you get that extra $300 or $400 or $500 out of the customer, and they have almost near $0 of investment in this insurance policy. And number 5, I mentioned this earlier in the video, but didn't allude to it completely, and that would be something that happens right here on the paint, and that would be getting a door ding like this one. I don't know if you can see this above my finger, but these little boogers come up on all sorts of cars. And part of owning a car is you're gonna get dents and dings, especially if you have kids. It's gonna happen, but as long as it's a paintless dent repair, all you have to do is ask your salesperson at the time of sale, hey, who do you guys use for paintless dent repair? Salesman's not going to pitch you these products that I mentioned. It's generally speaking going to be the finance manager. So if you ask your salesman, he wants to sell you that car, he wants to get a good survey, he wants to get a good Google review, so he's going to give you this information. You just keep it in your back pocket and you just call these individuals separately and you say, hey, ABC Motors gave me your name, and can you hook me up and take care of this, that, or the other? Remember, all of these are insurance policies, and they're just hoping that you're never going to use them because they're going to tuck them away into your glove box and you're going to forget all about them and never use them. I literally can make an hour-long video for you on what not to buy from a car dealership, but these, like I said at the beginning of the video, are the top 5 over the last couple years that dealerships have been pounding down your throat, regardless if you want them or not, and they're telling you that you have to take them. By no means do you have to take any of these, and the best recourse you have is to walk out the door if they're trying to throw this down to you. You don't have to buy them to get financing, you don't have to buy them to buy the car. And I know there's gonna be comments about extended warranty and gap in this video. I think extended warranty and gap are great things to buy from the dealership, and we're gonna talk about why, especially on gap insurance, in a future video, so make sure you subscribe.